Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, TammyTalks here. Let's go ahead and get into Ladies Who List Season 1, Episode 5, Reunited, sort of. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, both scripted and reality, where I interject my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video if you enjoyed tonight's content or today's content, and hop in the comment section. Let's talk about it, y'all. So the episode picks up right where the last one left off, where they are at Tiffany's. I believe it was Tiffany's the launch, or like the launch of her own firm, the showing, where Robin, Kiana, and Kira are talking. And Kiana tells Robin that she doesn't want a repeat of what happened at dinner. So when Kira comes up in here, let's talk like we are adults, like we got some sense, and let's get to the bottom and the root of the actual problem. So Kira comes in, says she didn't want to take the picture with Robin because Robin didn't want her at the table when they were talking about the initial meeting. Kira's childish, y'all. Kira's childish. Like, she's mad about Instagram. Now she's mad that when you said you didn't even want me there. And it's like, girl, you're holding, like, her age is showing. Kira says she's what, 28, 29? Her age is showing. So Robin told her that Kira said that she is not somebody that's easily angered. I said, bullshit. You got mad over Instagram. But she says she just doesn't want to be around anybody that does not want her around. Robin said that she's going to take the mommy role because she has children that are Kira's age. And she tells Kira, I talked to some people your age. Apparently Instagram is a big deal. Unfollowing someone on Instagram means a lot. It is a big deal. And it's something that I should not have taken for granted your feelings. So she apologized to her. She said, I didn't know that it would have such, adverse effects. I didn't know. I'm out the loop. Robin's older. So Kira said that she is a woman of God that is full of forgiveness and grace. And Robin was like, are you? So Robin wants an apology back, and I think Robin does deserve an apology back. If Robin can apologize to Kira, then Kira can just as well apologize back to Robin for how she was acting and how she overreacted at the thing. So Kira said that she might have touched on a few things, and so then Robin was like, a few things, or did you throw a few things, like a bunch of hand movements? And Kiana was like, no, hand movements, because that turns into, some people see that as a threat. Somebody puts their hand in your face, it makes you want to kind of fight. So Robin kept going on and on about how Kira called her, you were the older agent. Kira tries to backpedal and say that she was talking in terms of experience, not in terms of age. And I'm like, Kira, that's bull. You know that you were talking about that woman's age when you said older agents. You know you were. So Robin said that she doesn't want to have any ill will towards her. And she wants to just go ahead and move forward. But she did feel attacked that night. And when she felt attacked, and it's coming from all these different ways, and Crystyl's supposed to be her best friend, quote unquote, she didn't really have her back the way that Robin needed her to. Like, she just she wigged out. She spazzed out. So Kira said that, they can move forward. She can be cordial with her, mainly from a distance, but there's no reason why she can't be cordial with her. And then in the end, they all take a picture together. All that for a picture. All that to take a picture that they didn't even bother to put up and flash on the screen so we can see the actual picture. All right. So then we have Tiana, and she's showing this contemporary style house. I think it's the same house from like the first or second episode where she had the brokers open at. The house is still on the market. It's been over 30 days. So she's showing it to a friend of her husband's. I think it's Kyan Fox. He's a retired football player. So she's showing him the house. The house is gorgeous. House is good. He said he wants to think about it and then get back with her. So we see Kira and Cristyl. They meet for drinks again, and Cristyl said that the last time they met at the 5-star dinner, it was more business-wise. Now she wants to meet with her and talk a little bit more personal so they can try to form, I guess, a better friendship. It's really it's really just for Cristyl to try to poach this girl to come use her as her closing attorney. So they're talking. Cristyl asks her, "Are we manifesting boyfriends or husbands?" And it's like, "Girl, y'all are grown. Of course, it's a husband." So Kira was like, "A husband." So they talk about how the two of them were in just get out of longer relationships, and Cristyl said that she recently reconnected with a middle school boyfriend that she reconnected with after law school. He wants her to consider being in a polyamorous relationship with him, which is where it's basically an open relationship where you have other relationships on the side. So I guess he's married, but he wants her to be okay with being a girlfriend. So Kira is looking at her like, what are you telling me this for? So Cristyl tells her that, she won't consider a polyamorous relationship, but she wants to go to a poly party. Kira's not going. Kira said the way me and my Jesus are set up, no. Absolutely not. So Cristyl was like really trying to get her to go. And I'm like, Cristyl, girl, go find a storyline. Go find something to talk about. Go find something to do. So Kiana is having like a meeting at her brokerage, and she's announcing that they're going to be having a 1 year anniversary party. So she wants the girls to come dressed to the nines. She said, don't come dressed like you're going to a closing. Come dressed, glitz and glitter, get all dolled up. We're going to celebrate the success of us selling over $50 million worth of property the past year, which is great for, your first year in opening. Cristyl was meeting with her dad, and I feel like every time Cristyl has a scene where she's not with the girl, she just rubs me more and more the wrong way. So Cristyl was telling her dad how he should just move to Atlanta because he's always there. He said, well, I do have a house. They talk about how she thought he wants to renovate this house so he can rent it out. She thought he had a mortgage on it. He said, girl, I don't have mortgages. I pay the stuff off. So he said that's how you are able to retire, by not, paying a mortgage well into your 60s and 70s, which is true. So she starts telling her dad about the dinner with Robin. And I feel like whenever Cristyl tells these stories, she tells half the story, and she tries to make it seem as if Robin just completely overreacted. So she's saying how, I was there for her the best way that I could. I was saying triggered, you're triggered, and apparently that triggered her. And then she always makes it seem as if she didn't understand why that was such a buzzword for Robin. But my thing is like, girl, if I'm talking to you and every time I say a word, you seem to get more and more upset. Common sense would tell you that, yeah, this is a triggered word for her. But I like anytime Cristyl tells the story, she likes to make it seem as if Robin is just overreacting and I did the best that I could. So she talks about how she was doing what she thought was the best way to defend her, and now she's mad at her, and she's been mad at her before. I was mad at her at, she was mad at me when I told her to lower her voice in my office. And it's like, Cristyl, you like to leave out chunks of the story that also hold you accountable. That's why Robin was mad at you. Do I think Robin overreacted? Yeah. But let's not act like Cristyl didn't play a very key part in the fact that, like in the way that Robin reacted to things. So, but then Cristyl claims to be a straight shooter. But girl, you seem like you're scared to talk to Robin right now. So don't say that you were a straight shooter when all this stuff that you be saying to everybody else, you don't be saying to Robin in her face. Kiana goes to the doctor's office because her and her husband want to have a baby. They're having some challenges. Her husband does have a 20-year-old daughter, but Kiana says she does not have kids. She was pregnant once before. She did not go through with the pregnancy. So she said a couple years ago, they went to the doctor to start IVF. So they're freezing these eggs and they're doing all this stuff. And then once it gets time to, turn the eggs into embryos, they ask her who was the sperm donor. And they were like, my husband has been coming. So the doctors messed up. They never froze, or they never froze her husband's semen. Never froze his sperm. So as a result of that, they weren't able to get the embryo. So the clinic or the doctor's office they went to had to refund them. She said she allowed herself 2 days to like kind of grieve that, and then she kind of pushed it down further, but now they're at a point where it's just not working. So the doctor tells them they might need donor eggs or donor sperm, and just asks them if they're okay with that. They both are. They're very open to that. So hopefully they are able to get pregnant and start the family that they want together. Tiana gets a call from Fox about the house. He said he only wants to pay around 1.9, with their asking it's a little out of the range that he wants to spend because this is an investment property. So Tiana is like completely understandable. She knows that the house haven't been sitting for 30 days and the price point, she's going to have to call the seller and see if we're going to have to like lower the price or do something else. So she makes a phone call to her and they have a discussion about how we're going to get this house moved off the market. The longer a house sits, the more people think that there's something wrong with it, and that's why it's been sitting for so long. Robin meets up with a client named Tim. She's going to be selling a property for him. It's a gorgeous loft down in downtown Atlanta, but like she said, it looks more of like a bachelor pad. So the price that he wants to sell it at, or that the previous lister wanted to sell it at, is too high. She thinks closer to 1 million, maybe even around 9, would be a better price point. He's all for it. He's very open to, selling it at lowering the price, the listing price, to get it sold. So we get to Kiana's party. Gorgeous. It's at the Waldorf. Everybody looks nice. It looks classy. Everybody's saying how it's such a good spread. Everybody looks great. It's calm. It's classy. We're not being tacky. We're not going to argue at the party. So Tiana, Tiffani, and Kiana are standing around talking. And they're like, is Robin coming? Is Cristyl coming? And Kiana said, yeah, they're both coming. I'm going to keep them on opposite sides of the room. Robin comes up, tells Kiana, I have to talk to you about something. I just had a wonderful meeting. Kiana was like, great. We're not going to have any drama tonight. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Robin said, I have on expensive shoes. I didn't come to fight. No fight. So Kiana is like, that's fine, but maybe you and Cristyl shouldn't talk tonight. Talk tomorrow. Basically talk on your own time, not at my party. Robin said, no, we need to talk tonight. Absolutely. Cristyl comes over. She talks to Kiana, congratulates her, all this other stuff, and then turns and tells Robin, we need to have a conversation. They go over to the side to talk, and Cristyl was like, I haven't talked to you in a while. I think we need to have a conversation. Robin said, we should have had this conversation 21 days ago. You should have came and found me. Crystyl's response is, so you blocked me. And Robin would say, I didn't block your phone number. So she blocked her on Instagram. Robin apparently plays games on Instagram. That's what we can see from this. So Robin blocked her on Instagram. Cristyl was like, well, Cristyl got on her Kira basically. You blocked me, so you want me to chase behind you like you're giving me penis. I said, girl, that was so unnecessary. Something about Cristyl rubs me the wrong way. Cristyl, just admit that you were wrong and be done with it. You handled the situation while the way that you thought was best. It just wasn't. And that's something that I feel like Cristyl needs to acknowledge, apologize, and move on from it. Like, the entire season cannot still be about this fight from the first episode. It just can't. And I also heard that Kiana has already quit the show. Okay. All right. If you guys enjoyed this recap, go ahead, thumbs up the video. Hop into the comment section. Let me know, is Cristyl dragging this on? Does she just want to fight? Does she want it for camera time? What is the issue? Let's get past this. Catch you guys in the next one.